Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Tips. Have you ever heard sentences like, if I study, I will pass. If I had more money, I would travel. If I had studied harder, I would have passed. These are called conditional sentences. Many English learners think conditionals are difficult, but today you'll learn them step by step. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly when to use each type of conditional sentence. We'll cover what conditional sentences are: zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional, mixed conditional, common mistakes, practice exercises, speaking tips. Let's begin. What is a conditional sentence? A conditional sentence talks about a situation and its result. It usually has two parts. 1. The if clause condition. 2. The main clause result. For example, if you heat water to 100 degrees C, it boils. Condition. If you heat water, result, it boils. The word if means when this condition happens. Sometimes the result comes first. Example, I will help you if you need me. Both forms are correct. Structure conditional sentences usually follow this pattern: if plus condition, result, or result plus if plus condition. Examples, if you call me, I will answer. I will answer if you call me. There are 5 main types. 1. Zero conditional. 2. First conditional. 3. Second conditional. 4. Third conditional. 5. Mixed conditional. Let's study them one by one. 1. Zero conditional. When do we use it? The zero conditional talks about scientific facts, general truths, habits, rules, things that are always true. Formula if plus present simple. Present simple, notice that both verbs stay in the present tense. Example 1, if you heat ice, it melts. Meaning, this always happens. Example 2, if people don't sleep, they become tired. Meaning, this is a general truth. Example 3, if plants don't get water, they die. Meaning, this happens every time. More examples, if you touch fire, it burns. If it rains, the ground gets wet. If babies are hungry, they cry. Speaking tip, imagine you're explaining facts. Use the zero conditional. Common mistake. Wrong, if you heat water, it will boil. Better, general fact. If you heat water, it boils. 2. First conditional. Now let's talk about the future. The first conditional talks about future possibilities, real situations, likely events, something may happen. Formula if plus present simple will plus base verb. Remember, never use will after if. Example 1, if I study tonight, I will pass the test. Meaning, passing is possible. Example 2, if she calls me, I will answer. Meaning, she may call. Example 3, if it rains tomorrow, we will stay home. Meaning, the weather is uncertain. More examples, if you work hard, you will succeed. If they arrive early, we'll eat together. If he practices every day, he will improve. Speaking tip, use the first conditional when talking about future plans. Common mistake. Wrong, if she will come, I will be happy. Correct, if she comes, I will be happy. 3. Second conditional. Now imagine something unreal. The second conditional talks about dreams, imaginary situations, impossible or unlikely situations. Now formula if plus past simple would plus base verb even though we use the past tense. We're talking about the present or future. Example 1, if I were rich, I would buy a big house. Meaning, I'm not rich now. Example 2, if I had a car, I would drive to work. Meaning, I don't have one. Example 3, if she knew French, she would work in Paris. Meaning, she doesn't know French. More examples, if I lived in America, I would speak English every day. If we had more time, we would travel. If he were taller, he would play basketball. Important grammar use were instead of was after I, he, she, and it. Correct, if I were you, not if I was you. Common mistake. Wrong, if I will have money, I would travel. Correct, if I had money, I would travel. 4. Third conditional. Now let's talk about the past. The third conditional talks about regrets, missed opportunities, things that never happened. We cannot change the past. Formula if plus past perfect would have plus past participle. Example 1, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Meaning, I didn't study, I didn't pass. Example 2, if she had left earlier, she would have caught the train. Meaning, she left late. Example 3, if they had listened to the teacher, they would have understood the lesson. Meaning, they didn't listen. More examples, if I had saved money, I would have bought a laptop. If we had known, we would have helped. If he had practiced more, he would have one. Speaking tip, use the third conditional when talking about regrets. Common mistake. Wrong. If I studied harder, I would have passed. Correct, if I had studied harder, I would have passed. 5. Mixed conditional. Sometimes the past changes the present, or the present changes the past. These are called mixed conditionals. Type 1, past condition, right arrow, present result. Formula if plus past perfect would plus base verb. Example 1, if I had studied medicine, I would be a doctor now. Example 2, if she had accepted the job, she would live in London now. Example 3, if we had bought that house, we would own a bigger home today. Type 2 present condition right arrow past result formula if plus past simple would have plus past participle. Example 1, if I were more careful, I wouldn't have broken my phone. Example 2, if she were taller, she would have joined the basketball team. Example 3, if they spoke English well, they would have understood the movie yesterday. Quick summary 0 conditional use for facts. Example: if you freeze water, it becomes ice. First conditional use for real future possibilities. Example: if I finish work early, I'll visit you. Second conditional use for imaginary present or future situations. Example: if I had wings, I would fly. Third conditional use for regrets about the past. Example: if I had left earlier, I would have arrived on time. Mixed conditional use when the past affects the present or the present affects the past. Example: if I had studied harder, I would have a better job now. Common mistakes: cross mark using will after if in the first conditional. Wrong if he will come. Correct if he comes. Cross mark using the wrong tense in the second conditional. Wrong if I will be rich. Correct if I were rich. Cross mark forgetting had in the third conditional. Wrong if I studied harder. Correct if I had studied harder. Practice time. Complete these sentences. 1. If it rains tomorrow. 2. If I were a millionaire. 3. If she had studied harder. 4. If water reaches 100 degrees C. 5. If I had learned English earlier. Try answering these in the comments. Final tips to master conditional sentences. Learn one conditional at a time. Focus on the verb patterns. Read English stories and notice conditional sentences. Practice speaking every day. Make your own examples about your life. Repeat the example sentences aloud until they feel natural. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. Outro: great job. Today you've learned the 5 main types of conditional sentences. 0 conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional, mixed conditional. Keep practicing, and soon you'll use these structures naturally in your everyday English conversations. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Learn English with Tips, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new English lesson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Happy learning!